Alright, we live. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back to some Ihoi. Every hue of you. I'm excited to be back. I'm feeling a lot better than last week. Still got a lingering bit of a cough, but we're chilling. Nah, it's good. Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had a good week so far. Or well, I guess week past. Yeah, it's been good. But last time, while I was sick, we did Monovi's part, and she had a really cool arc, I want to say. Very, very wholesome, very sweet. The little sister of, like, our old ex-boyfriend, I guess. But now it's time for Edgy Lao. Part 2! It's time, huh? I could lose my job today. Maybe even be banished from the PRS altogether. Never gets old. But I swore to you, to myself, that I would see this through to the end. I just can't hide from this owner. Hide this from owner? He's going to see... Who is owner? Time to face the noise. Forces know I'll make it through this no matter what happens. Phone rings. Who was owner? I have no idea. Cheng. My office is in 15. Sound good? Why is his name Cheng? What? There's something I need to discuss with you. Thankfully, he agrees. Must be against procedure to conduct something like this. Besides, owner and I know the following procedure is the least of our worries at the moment. Whoops, I gotta go in projector mode. There we go. A short while later, he arrives. Well, he's buff as hell! Lao Cheng, good to see you. Hey, owner. Apologies for the sudden request. I know it's a bit unusual. No worries. You've never been the usual kid anyway, Cheng. So what's going on? Thinking about skirting around the issue, huh? Look, I don't think for a second that I'm unaware. You haven't been handling nearly as many cases this past month. Why? I freeze up. Where do I start? What do I even say? I've just been busy advocating stoic thinking for a victim of an unofficial case who also happens to be a conduit. Earth below. I really could lose everything today. My mental preparation goes down the drain. I'm not criticizing your work ethic. You're still handling a good amount of cases. On paper, there was nothing to complain about. I'd be slapping any other associate tracer in your place in the back. So just give it to me straight, Cheng. What's going on? Thanks. It's just regarding Mrs. Juchi's case, the quicksand lady at the Cypress Beach, and another case that I've taken up on an unofficial basis. Unofficial? What? There are not enough official cases out there for you? I bet I could look out the window and find signs of 2 or 3 cases. That's the thing, owner. I figured it's time we try something new. So I've taken this case earlier than we normally would, to manage it in case it becomes a risk to the future. We need to get to the cases quicker. Okay. And the other thing is, I've fallen in love. No, we're kind of experimenting with my approach, so I was wondering, could you... Experimenting, hey? Oh, whoops. Wrong voice. Sure, I'll keep this between us. I'll write my usual spiel for your report. You're gonna tell me what's really going on. I'll keep it off the books, but I still gotta make sure you're not breaking too many rules. Thank the forces. I appreciate it, owner. Seriously. Oh, sincerely. Now spill, kid. Okay, you're aware of torrential chaos rain in East Seneca. Seneca. The one around the trade district. Yes, I found the victim. A young woman residing in the Twilight Jeweler, a jewelry shop at the apex of the rainstorm. Her mother passed over a year ago. Her grief is causing the rain. Well, alright. I can see why you'd want to get to that case early, considering... Yes. You and I both know, out of everyone that was affected by the Tracer Department, the 2 of us took Haynes' case the hardest. And this approach of yours... Yes, that. You sure this will be off the record? Great forces, Lao. What have you gotten yourself into? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. First time I've had any sort of issue. Yes, I understand. Sure hope you do. I've been attempting to incorporate a more structured philosophical outlook on the way I treat cases, and the kind of thinking I advocate. And the basis? Stoicism. Uh-oh. Go on then, Cheng. You've got a lot of explaining to do, kid. When I say stoicism, please understand that I don't refer to the nightmarish excuse of a philosophy that predated the GPD. Explain it all. Stoicism being used as a scapegoat, and how in its absence the stigma around emotional vulnerability has proliferated. Detrimental impact of a guiding philosophy in Zenoa, and how it's resulting in this high record amount of outburst cases. And so the motive of these experiments is to test the waters and implementation of a guiding philosophy on a small scale. Just with a couple victims whose cases are relatively contained. Perhaps in the future, if these experiments go well, I could demonstrate my findings to some of the management. I trail off uncertain of more the meaning behind owner's silence. So have you gotten any results yet? Not quite. Though in one of the cases, I'm confident that I'll see results soon. Please, Twyla. Please consider what I've tried to teach you. I know it's foolish to plead like this. It's out of my hands now, until I return to the Twilight Jeweler. I should have done a better job in teaching you stoic thought. All this wishful thinking will get us nowhere. Look, Lau, I don't agree with you on much on this. Call me conservative if you want, but those of us old enough to remember the outcry following the GPD know well the other side of the coin. So no, I don't think we need a guiding philosophy in this country. Far from it. Whatever the state attempts to enforce on people, stoicism, materialism, emotional oppression, ultimately it always comes down to the individual to manage their own emotions. There's no way around that. And history has told us each person to find out best how to do this on their own. I'm not just talking about Zenoan history, Lau. I'm talking about everywhere on the stars-forsaken planet. People are suffering everywhere. Every flaring nation has their own issues. It's just life. Now, I'm not saying you can't educate people, but there's a limit to that. I want to respect his views, but I struggle to find the purpose behind what he's saying. There are of course limits to the effects of a guiding philosophy, but that doesn't mean we cannot benefit from one at all. Dude, for a second, oh my god. For a second I thought his hand was the cup, and it was like on the table, but it was just like a little stub. I'm like, where did his hand go? Like it was a layering issue? Jeez. What could be causing all these outbursts? The only difference between now and pre-GPT Zenoa is the stigma that's risen due to the lack of any kind of institutionalized response to chaos. I know where you're coming from, Cheng, but I don't reckon either of those are the real issue here. Like I've told you, I don't believe in a state-instituted response in chaos in Zenoa, guiding philosophy or otherwise. And as for this stigma, I think it's more so a symptom of the issue rather than the cause. Trust me, I know how terrible the stigma can get. My wife was at the center of an outburst a long time ago, and the way people reacted, it wasn't pretty to say the least. It's only gotten worse, but I reckon the real issue is this massive shift we've seen across all of society. Society! It's always society! Oh my goodness. The buzzword. I don't understand half the technobabble coming out of people's mouths these days. Things are changing. There's a mental health crisis on our hands, and we've got no clue what to do since life is so fundamentally different. Forces, Cheng. Millions of people are spending all day in their homes. Working, sleeping, eating, playing, all in the same building. Sometimes even in the same room, all day on repeat. Things like this are going to come with their own issues, so the younger folk are having a rough time, and we don't understand it fully yet. The older generation aren't nearly as affected, and since they don't understand, they lash out at the younglings. They think they're negligent, lazy, worthless, irresponsible. Trust me, I have a kid with his own issues, and I've caught myself thinking the same thing on many an occasion. All this fear and misunderstanding, combined with the challenges that all these modern advancements are posing, that's the real issue in my eyes. I see. Why is there no one specifically suffering there, Nona? These challenges aren't unique to us at all. The GPD, of course. Sure, every damn country's older folk are probably looking at the younger generation and shaking their fists. But in this city, the older generation are on edge like nowhere else because of the disaster. I told you, everyone over 45 knows. We know what happens if we let ourselves go. We know too blazingly well. And because of that, we're scared. I'll admit I've been too. Why shouldn't we be? Don't you see, Cheng? I don't flaring understand why kids that are addicted to video games and why they don't just go out, socialize, kick a football around instead. So you bet I'm going to get ticked off at my kid when sitting on his computer all day, almost bringing him to the point of risking chaos. On top of all this, the country's in a period of flux too. Our PRS is still in upheaval. Bro, that's what I do. I do that. I do that most days, right? In front of a computer, working, and then I'm back in front of this computer, just hanging out with my friends, playing. So, no, to be fair, like, because I was sick last week, like, I haven't been out for like 10 days. Oh my god. It felt so good on Friday to go out for dinner. Got some I was gonna say KBBQ, but it was more like just Korean in general. Oh, so nice. So nice. And hell, maybe you're right, Lau. It is possible that stigma is also spreading due to an absence of stance response. But I know that can't be the whole picture. Sure, the whole world is dealing with the challenges of modern life too, but here it's being exacerbated by all these other issues. I didn't anticipate Owner to have such an elaborate response to my stance, but I'm glad he does. Shows he's doing his duty as a tracer, trying to figure out the issue himself. I think you're undervaluing the impact of an established approach towards regulating chaos, Owner. The PRS wouldn't be in the state it is now if we had something akin to an institutionalized response to chaos. Even if it weren't as expansive as a guiding philosophy. Like Zayesa with his materialism. It comes with its issues, of course, but it's a well-established cultural and social pattern of behavior that helps the populace manage their emotions. And Zayesa's chaos situation is looking a lot better off as a result. Zenoa was founded upon stoicism, and the state took advantage of it, and the GPD happened, and ever since we've had nothing. There's nothing guiding how Zenoans should manage chaos. It's just I don't feel. It's just don't feel. We'll cause trouble. How should you go about doing that? Figure it out yourself. Exactly. Figure it out yourself. The onus is on the onus? So what's wrong with that, Lau? Sure, some will struggle in the extra responsibility, but others are thanking the stars they can live their life their own way. Every country's got its issues, Lau, just as we have ours. Theirs is doing better in terms of payers response, but forces know the way that they inundate their every sense with pleasure is not sustainable. They've got something coming to them in the next decade or so. Trust me. Of course, they're not all like that. But then again, every Zenoan isn't stigmatizing emotional vulnerability. I don't have all day, Cheng. It's good to chat about this kind of stuff, but the bottom line is statecraft isn't either of our jobs. That being said, I'll let you do your experiments, even if I don't personally believe they'll prove worthwhile. Forces know I've been wrong before, and I'm willing to be proven wrong once more. If it means Zenoas are better off, then so be it. I'll give you a month, but that's it. Forces. And another thing, if I hear you've been doing any more of these experiments, so if you pull anything extreme, I'm not going to be able to cover for you like this, alright? It's my neck at risk here, not yours. The department damn well needs young and capable tracers like yourself. I doubt they'd even fire you, even with how infamous stoicism is. You just get a slap on the wrist and some readjustment training. For myself, on the other hand, they wouldn't look twice before kicking me onto the streets and assigning you a new supervisor. Really? You bet. I'm getting old, Cheng. And unlike you, I've got a family to feed. So I'm really risking things by trusting you here. Understood? Yes, I understand. I'll keep you posted, and I'll stick to this experiment only. Thank you, Ona. I can't promise results, but you have my word that I'll do my best. Alright. Is there anything else you need to report on? You're not hiding anything else, are you? Actually, I've fallen in love with this woman again. Oh, right. Actually, about that. Cheng, I swear to the spirits. Well, out with it then. Right. As it happens, during my initial assessment, we discovered that the young woman was in fact a conduit. Blazing Earth, a conduit? Yes. And as her jewelry store was going through a rough patch, she's now enchanting her customers' items with chaos too. Cheng, are you flaring serious? How do you expect me to approve? It's been authorized by the Circle, though. Everything is above board and certified, and no accidents have occurred, major or minor. The Circle's involved too. How on this earth? He laughs heartedly all of a sudden. And here I thought you'd slowed down. You've been busier than ever. Oh, I remember when I was your age. I could train all day and not feel it in the morning. I'm surprised you even knew about the Circle. Forces, Lau. You are some kid, eh? Wish I could just pretend like I didn't hear about any of this and let you go on about your business. But it's too risky. Just having anyone off the street come into the store and offload all their emotions. How old is this girl? 23. Hell, she's practically a kid still. Can't just let a kid be responsible for managing people's emotions like this, no matter what the Flare and Circle says. This woman, Twyla, she's not just any kid. She's inexperienced, sure, but she's talented at this new craft of hers. How exactly? And why should that matter? Sure, she's talented, but this is completely new territory. We have no idea what enchanting. She has a thorough understanding of what she's doing. Though I'm not sure my words alone will be enough to convince you, Ona, no matter what I say. Perhaps it's best if you come to an understanding on this yourself. Oh, bring it to the store? God damn. That'd be sick as. Oh, is my fridge open? Hold up. Okay, no, we're fine. I just got a little donut in her mouth. After grabbing a bite to eat, I sprawl out in the break room for a moment. So tired. Only now as the fatigue caught up to me. I guess I enjoyed my time with Mona B so much that I didn't realize how much it was wearing me out. I take out some notes for the book I started reading recently. Seneca's Letter from a Stoic. Lala recommended me a few Stoic books, and I thought I'd start with Seneca since, well, it's where I live. It's been nice bringing out my highlighter and marking quotes and going into study mode. Somehow it helps me wind down these days, even though it used to be something I put off back in uni. Oh, wait, that was so cute. It sounds like the little motif in the song. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, it won't actually show here, but my phone pinged suddenly. Ugh, just as I started reading too. Oh, Adela responded. She still has the donut in her mouth. How cute. Twyla, I've been cosmically radiant since our chat. I hope you've been too. A little solely, I love the bracelet. Afraid she's still struggling a bit with her confidence, but we're working on it together. Same flaring story, forces. What do I do? I guess I should reply first. I put away my book and think of what to say. Does she seem different to you at all? Not really, but don't worry your pretty little head though, babe. That's Solia for you, lol. That girl is always in her own head. No luck in Odela's case either. Earth below. It's just Jazz, Antonio, and Odela so far though. Maybe all my other customers have been successes. Maybe. I return to my notes. It'll be fine. Let's just focus on the task at hand. What's the point? All this is for nothing if you can't really enchant properly. Right now, I need to rest my mind before tonight. What if all this success is all a lie? I picture the thoughts like water swirling around in my mind before slowly disappearing into the drain. What if you're not doing the right thing? You could be putting people in danger. It's no use. I put away my notes again. Sorry, Seneca. I'm gonna worry, even if I lose hair in the process. What else can I do? Draining my thoughts away is useless if I can't close the flaring tap. I am doing the right thing, no? Even if it all ends terribly, I'm doing all I can to ensure it doesn't, right? My practice has been approved by the circle. I know my enchantments work too, right? I felt it myself. I swear to the spirits I felt the confidence in her bracelet. Why didn't it work? Even just a little bit. Who knows, honestly? Who flaring knows how any of this works? I don't think even Uncle does. Maybe for some odd reason it just doesn't work with some people. Maybe the Payos doesn't always emit. Please be something stupid like a lolly smash notification or my phone dying. It's Maribel. My dearest Twyla, what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance yet again, this time across the very interwebs themselves. What in the flaring? I'm afraid my barking mad dog of a husband is frequenting his little pubs and drinking his thoughts away even more as of late. Ah, isn't fate a cruel mistress, my dear? Oh, was that not a rhetorical question? Does your husband seem more skeptical? Ah, you're here! How good is it to be in your digital presence? Seriously? I look at my phone with that bleary eyes. No, now's not the time, Maribel. This is starting to feel like one of those over-the-top pranks. Miss Frivola, I may or may not be experiencing an increase in skepticism. Mr. Frivola, whoops. Though if I am honest, my tulip, it is as if he were not here at all. He appears to be very little more than a vessel of flesh, nudged along by base desires. It is as if someone has hoisted a white flag in his mind. Forces no neurons are firing up there. Why is she typing like this? Just Maribel things, I guess. Okay, thanks Maribel. Please let me know if you see any changes. Also, I'm sorry for any harm caused by my enchantment. Hope your husband gets better soon. I've been sleeping better, eating better, meditating, studying. But for what? Struggling towards this lofty goal? Giving up entirely? Why have they both led me to the same place? Why do I always end up here? Whatever here is. Ugh. I could just relax, just follow life's ebbs and flows. Just be. Do I need to struggle and suffer and think so much? I can't think through this all alone. It's Teddy! Oh my god, it's Teddy time. I need your sage advice. What do you think? Do you think I'm worrying a bit too much about everything? I think there are some good reasons for me to worry like this. You're right. It has been several days since I stressed out like this. I've been too busy to stress, really. I didn't have the time to think. That reminds me of that Seneca quote. Teddy? Who taught you ancient philosophy? Forces, I'm really losing it. Living is the least important activity of the preoccupied man, said Seneca. I was so preoccupied that I wasn't thinking, or worrying, or examining. And now that a little bad luck has come my way, I'm stressing. The examined life, huh? I guess Monovi and Lao worry like this all the time. Don't know if that's better or worse. Stars above, just thinking about that girl has me a bit awestruck. She's so different from what I remember, when I only knew her as my guardian angel. Different, but the same. Doesn't the store just attract the most intriguing clientele, Teddy? She so staunchly refused an unexamined pretend life. I don't think I've been pretending for the past week, but just like her, I do think. I do want more. Maybe Lao was right. I may just be more like him in Monovi than I realized. If it is true, if the unexamined life isn't the only one I really think is worth living deep down, then what do I really want? I wonder if I think these thoughts if the past couple of years were a bit more forgiving. It's not exactly the gold of Hermes' wand, but it's something. A silver lining. Mum's passing is pushing me to grow, one way or another. No matter how much it hurts, no matter how much it's so not worth paying the price of her life, it's true. And with this kind of job, maybe it doesn't have to end with me. Maybe I can help others grow too. It's a nice thought, no? But I need to sort this out. Sort out all this funny business with the enchantments first. Ignoring that, I'm happy with my job. Yeah, I think I am. Not that I want to settle and get complacent, just that the possibilities are endless. So then what? What more is there to want? Ha. Where to begin with the examined life? It's all just a mess. Barely organized chaos. All that talk of hope is for the future is nice, but just so distant. So many ifs that I need to find the hows too. How do I find the hope in the present? I don't know either, Teddy. Just the thought makes me feel so weak. I'm supposed to keep at this for how long? With all this worry twisting around in my spirit too, without Mum? She kept working, even through her illness. She fulfilled all her responsibilities and more. Rain or shine, night or day. If I could just at least be half the woman she was. I can almost feel my spirit wilting thinking these things. Starry skies. I am weak. Too weak. I know how it sounds, Teddy. But isn't it true? Shouldn't I accept it? I know it sounds pathetic, but it's true. I crumble so easily. One of his words ring in my mind. The words that I didn't let her give into. I'm so glad you understand, Twyla. I can't help but feel her loneliness. The frustrations she had with her parents, with Luco. How I seem to be one of the only people who paid attention to her feelings. My mind shifts to Lao and all that he's done for me. But more than anything, I'm grateful for his company. Forces. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. Dude, she's falling in love. And he still feels so far away. I don't know when, but he'll have to leave my case sooner or later. And there's Jazz and Monovi too. I really cherish these new people I've met. They all feel so special. And it's a miracle I even managed to encounter them, let alone get to know them so well, so quickly. But it's also so circumstantial, so transactional. I don't know if they feel the same way about me, or if I was just the enchantress to them. Yeah, you're right, Teddy. Mother Earth, what am I even thinking? Monovi is my new sister, out of law. And Jazz, sure she's busy, but maybe I messed her up her enchantment, but she came to visit me once. Still, she vented about her parents and uni. I vented about the neighbors. We're friends. There's no doubt. You know though, Teddy, I think that's what I want. They're my friends, but I want to hold them a bit closer. Lao, Jazz, Monovi, I don't want them all just to be visitors in my life. I don't want to have to so desperately hold on to our memories together. And be left alone again. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Phone rings again. Whoa. Alright. It's exactly who I thought. Maribel says, I've noticed some change with my husband, little sapling. Oh? The scoundrel's been skipping breakfast with yours truly to get sloshed at the pubs of his. He's getting wonky sloshed! Curse my husband and his hysterics and this whole hedonic hellhole of a something about prisons, treadmills. And she's still typing. Yeah, let's just forget about it for now and go to bed. Good night, Teddy. Give him a little kiss. I tuck Teddy in and get ready for sleep. Oh, she's so cute! Minutes later, an agonizingly familiar junction between the hallways of my dreaming mind. A harsh light flickers on. I remember it now. I just turned 17, sitting by Mum, gazing at the stars. I could barely make out a 1 and a 7 glistening in the sky. Oh, isn't that radiant? I don't know how you spotted that, Twyla. Mum laughs, speaking softly. I immediately know that there's something in her mind. The stars have aligned for you, hey? Maybe you're right, Mum. So, how does my Chua feel on her 17th? How do I feel? Yeah. You know how they say sweet 16th and spirited 17th? I don't know spirited 17th at all. I remember being in a rather introspective mood on my 17th. The future and stuff, I was thinking about it. I don't know what I want to do. And uni's coming, and you're worried? Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're worried now, Twyla. You're glad? Yeah, it's reassuring for me. If you're confused and worrying about the future now, it shows you're thinking hard on it. And that you care. Care? Of course I care. I'm the daughter of the Twilight Jeweler, after all. Big shoes to fill. Mum laughs. Thank you. But don't think like that, okay? It's your choice to make in the end. Whether I'm a jeweler or a gymnast. You hear me? Yeah, I get it. But I was just thinking about something else. Looking up at the canvas of the night, painted from edge to edge with twinkling drops of light, I felt small. Oh, what a gorgeous way to describe the night sky. Sometimes I wish I could just grow up, Mum. Just so I could feel sure of myself. What do you mean by that, Twyla? Like you, Mum. You're so confident and capable. You're good at what you do, and you enjoy it. And you're so sure of your place in it all. I just wish I could be so at ease and not have to worry so much. Twyla, I have plenty to worry about. I worry all the time. Really? You do? About things you haven't done a million times already and are really good at? I haven't raised a million children. Just the one. And I'm still figuring that out. That's true, Mum. But that's the obvious answer, no? Yeah. I thought earlier that you seemed a bit worried. But I can't imagine about what. Oh, sure. I know it can get a bit sentimental sometimes, but really. I don't know who taught my little girl to be so perceptive, so bright. Because it certainly wasn't me. She laughs softly. Oh, how sweet, bro. I'm worried about the sickness of mine. If I can't work as much, I don't know what I'd do to support us. Mum, is it that bad? I'm fine, Twyla. It's just, well, being an adult is like that. If you slip up on one small thing, everything can topple over. Even if we seem so relaxed and capable when we're going through the motions. I don't want to worry you, Chua. Let's stop this talk. I'm fine, really. No, tell me, Mum. I'm going to worry even more if you don't tell me. She lets out a sigh. Well, Twyla, because of all this, there isn't a day that goes by where I don't find myself worrying about the future. A little for me, a little for your uncle in the store, but so much for you. Is it already time? Dude, oh my god, what a sweet part. What a sweet part of the story. I notice I feel relaxed, and then it all comes back to me. That quiet and collected composure I always saw in Mum. It fell apart in my mind a bit that night. It marked the point where I started taking Mum's sickness seriously, and it started to get more serious. But never did I think. A chill rolls over me. How did I end up here? How, Mum? How could I just leave? I wonder where you are now, if you are anywhere. I wonder if you can think, or see, or feel. If it really is true, if all that remains now are just those ashes we've kept in your favorite jewelry box. I get that feeling again suddenly, like if I go downstairs, she'll just be there. What's happening to me? This is the third time I've had a vision like this. Forces. It's flaring cruel how real they feel. As if she was right there in front of me. As if I could have reached out and touched her. I clear my head and try my best to keep it clear. Don't want another eccentric Zayesin throwing me off. Maybe that was just Maribel though. Either way, time to get ready. Rain or shine, right? Time to go goth girl. My brain fooling me once with my confrontingly vivid visions of Mum was fine. Maybe even a bit nice. Forget that maybe. It was nice. Nothing more than a fond, warm memory. One that helped me stay strong during Maribel's enchantment. The second time I had mixed feelings. To see Mum so young again still made me feel fuzzy inside. Especially with how she used to coddle me. This time I just feel crushed. Mum opened up to me that day. Like the other memories, that image of her sitting beside me under a night sky has lost a bit of its luster. But unlike the other memories, this one has always stuck with me. That sad smile, her usual positive self, with just a hint of acceptance. You could see it in her eyes, how they too smiled sadly at me. Slowly, from that night onwards, she stopped calling me Chua. Mum knew, didn't she? For all she could worry in the end, she could only do so much. Slowly, from that night onwards, I started seeing more of her person. More of Hila Lanning. And yet, never any less of Mum.
Wait, interesting. Okay. Do we know that her name's Twyla Lanning? I think Lau might have mentioned it one time, actually.
She did all she could. She did so much, so unbelievably much. But in the end, she could only embrace whatever fate awaited her. In the end, no matter how close I got to seeing more of her, to opening the window to her soul, I could only see so far. To this day, I don't feel the value of time as much as I should. And yet, slowly from that night onwards, I should have started to. Because if I just seen a little more... I did it again, didn't I? What happened to a clear mind? I shake myself out of my reverie. Forces, where am I? I feel like I've been in a dream ever since I went to bed. I guess I could clean, refocus, straighten out my thoughts. She loves cleaning. Star's kind of spotless though. I guess that's how much I've needed to clear my head lately, huh? It's been working though, for this past week. Then again, I really am clearing my mind, or am I just occupying it? Am I just a preoccupied woman who is least concerned with living? Would Seneca think I'm basic, and Lau, and Monovi? Sorry, Seneca and friends, but sometimes I'd rather be basic than lose control of my spirit. I know there was something else I should do about all of this. Failed enchantments, customers, the store, Mum's legacy, feeling lonely, strange memories, blah, blah, blah. But not now, Seneca. I will polish my clean counter for no purpose whatsoever. Thank you for your understanding. The bell rings, or maybe I won't. You can stop turning in your grave now, Seneca. Oh, hello. Cotenia. Hey, I'm Cotenia. So charmed. What is that voice? So charmed to meet you. And Tristan? Tristam? No, my name is Tristam. You are the enchantress, no? Yeah, I don't know what accent we're going for here. I suppose someone say, yeah? Charmed to meet you two today. You both looking for pieces, or... Rings for me and a necklace for Trist. But just the one enchantment. You'll see why later, babe. Indeed you shall. Forces. First it was Monovi's self-enchantment, now it's a 2-in-1? Sure thing. That's a new for me, but happy to try to make it work. Oh, you'll be just fine. You are the enchantress after all. Thank you, Cotenia, but please do call me Twyla instead. You got it. So, you two are a couple, or... Ah! Please don't disgust me, Twyla. This here's my brother. And it's shameful we happened to come out of the womb around the same time too. Though of course I was first. Oh, they're twins. To translate for my ineloquent sister, we are twins, Twyla. Of a fraternal nature, of course, but twins nonetheless. Excuse me? Who are we calling inadequate? Ah, Koi? Nobody. I said You're twins! How cute! Save it, babe. This creature lost any shred of cuteness he had left once he grabbed that pedo stash. Oh my god. Alrighty then, I'll just get to it. I'll text you once the jewelry is ready. Oh, before you do, I have a special request for my ring. You see, my fiance and I need a pair of wedding rings. Wedding rings? Are you sure you want me to make them? I haven't really done wedding rings before.
Oh.
Yes, I want no one but you making them. I've seen your pieces online. They look radiant, babe. I want them to be bold and sharp. But keep his subtle hint, his subtle with a bit of flair and edge. Ooh, and mine should have a nice rose on it. Okay, I'll make sure it's my best work for you, Kotenya. As for mine, I'm not entirely first, Twyla. I would appreciate something brazen and alluring. Sure. I'll do my best. Make the forces for you, Enchantress. By the earth, I'll need all my focus for these two. You really never know with these undercity folk, huh? 3 pieces of jewelry, true enchantments. Enough dwelling. Time to get started. Okay, for these guys, we go gold. Because it's got to complement that pasty undercity skin. Alright, twins. Double the customers in the baggage, apparently. Just my luck. I can do this easily. Montevideo was a true challenge. These guys are just a bit odd. So I'm just going to ignore these visions of Mom. I'm having flaring visions. It's becoming too much. It's like there's a demon in my spirit just taunting me. It must be a result of all this enchanting. It will pass if I stay strong. I wonder how these twins will react to their enchantment, when their enchantment doesn't work too. Well, I'm already dealing with Maribel. I'm sure I can handle these two as well. Who cares how they react, because I'm sure these enchantments will work in time. We stay optimism, Twyla. And again... yeah, let's go gold. For the ring. Wedding rings. Can't believe she's trusting me to make these for her. I'll put extra care into it. If she doesn't like it, then that's just how it is. People have been liking my jewelry recently. Let's make sure that continues. Yeah, let's be positive. Now that I have to eat healthy, I don't even look forward to meals. I have to get my spirit in balance, but I'll deserve a reward after tonight. I look forward to getting past this outburst. Come on, I need to keep at it. There you go. Optimism. Healthy optimism. You know, I've been learning so much about stoicism, but it's really clicking with me. I'm really grateful to Lau for spending all this time teaching me, but I don't know. My judgments aren't the best. I still worry lots, but I'm getting better, no doubt. Nah, it's all about Lau. Yes. Cute. Look at that. Welcome back, you two. Your pieces are ready. Oh, they look radiant, babe. Grievous and I are going to love them. Mine is so sweet and his so strong. Those details are just like I imagined. Thank you, Kotenya. I'm glad you like them. Now, how can I help with you enchanting these? Cutting to the chase tonight is probably for the best. There is one emotion we are both in need of. I could use a bit of arrogance in these pieces. Wow. Arrogance sounds... wait, arrogance? They both need arrogance, and for different purposes. This will be interesting. Twyla, is something bothering you? Sorry, I just got lost in thought for a bit there. Again. What's your enchantment then for, Kotenya? Well, it's a long story. Do you want the short version? I'll need as much of the story as you're comfortable telling. Of course, I don't mind. Beautiful. Whew. Excuse me. We get married soon. I'm so excited. I don't even know, Han. See, I'm a wedding planner by day, and forces, I've seen more terrible weddings than any spirited person should witness in their lifetime. Excuse me. Alright. Finally, here I am, ready to plan my wedding. And I swear to the spirits I'll make it the most radiant event I've ever done. Dude, it is hot in my room. Give me 2 seconds. Wait, is he French? Et moi?
Huh?
Could you inform us when you arrive at your point, Tenya? So we are aware of when to start paying attention? What the heck? I was going to say before this goblin beside me interrupted. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I wouldn't want to offend any goblins who may be listening. Yikes. Grievous, my fiancé, I've been going through so much lately. A couple of years back, we had a baby. And stars, it was tough for me in those early days, feeding and rocking all the sleepless nights. It was a long struggle. I was grateful, don't get me wrong, at Old Bay, but I love my family. My 2 shining stars, they're both more than I could ever hoped for. Truly. Grievous is at home looking after our daughter right now, a beautiful Camilla. She'll be 2.5 soon. Aw, how radiant. But oh, these days, now that we're so soon to be married and we're handling Camilla a bit better, this flaring mother is back at it again. See, Grievous and I are high school sweethearts. We're soul-bound lovers and totally... Tenya. What? Should you not mention his condition, you know, following... Oh. That's related to your fiancé. It may be helpful for you to share, Tenya. But only if you're comfortable. Alright, drama. Grievous, he had his own share of strife. Let's just say, Trish knew he was a good psychologist. Yes, the psychologist, my old riding companion. But forces. I was scared too back then. It was like he was a different person after Camilla came along. Maybe even a poet at heart, that one. Continued his pursuit of understanding the human condition, just in a slightly different capacity. Not sure if Grievous ever recovered from those times. He's absolutely blooming over it now. He barely struggles at all with Camilla, but the Writers Guild doubted him back then. And now look where he is. A girl, a career, and the pursuit. All at once. I envy the fellow. Whew. Excuse me. We still got to it though. We got through the worst of it. I feel like this is no longer a one-person job. Who do I respond to? Well, she's telling the story, so respond to her. I wonder, do you want to tell me more about these struggles that Grievous went through? I don't really want to go into it, but well, at least how it made you feel? Postnatal depression. I didn't think to mention it because, well, it was a dark time for both of us. Put on a brave face for Camilla back then, but it was the toughest period of my life, really. See, sorry for bringing it up. He's fully recovered from it then. Yeah, we've both moved on. Yes. I was just thinking now though. Anyway. Hold on. You're thinking? Just what are you thinking about, if you don't mind? I maybe thought those times... I always wondered if a time of struggle is what made him change. I was thinking about it again. But I don't want to think about that right now. What was I saying earlier? The issue with his mother, no? Right. Grievous's mother had never been enthusiastic about me. Ever since we were kids. Really. You think people would move on from these petty grudges, especially over like, what, 10 flaring years? But unfortunately not. She started questioning us again. And now the wedding's come up. Questioning? How? Oh, you know, vague stuff. You can do better than her, blah, 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 blah. She didn't mention her accusations, you know? She also blamed Grievous's struggles with Camilla on me, said it only happened that the partner is not caring enough. I found to be particularly egregious of her. I think back to Antonio and Kaylin. Things start to make sense. So does this arrogance have something to do with the Grievous confronting the mother then? Unfortunately, no, that's not it at all. The truth is, we don't care too much about this drama with his mother. We've come to the agreement that she can flaring piss off. Oh my god. Fair enough. I think we're blooming, really. I haven't seen my Grievous happier before in my life. But why I'm here is... Before I say anything, I love him with the stars and back. It's just, well, I've been having a bit of jitters. It's tough to talk about. Maybe I got the wrong impression of her. Cotinha doesn't seem all that bad at all. In that case, try to tell me a bit about more of yourself and you two first. The two of us? Oh, no, I meant Cotinha and Grivas. I'll get to you soon, Tristan. Idiot. Oh my god. Banter! As the only child, I shouldn't judge. Alright. Alright, so, aren't just any high school sweethearts. So in love with each other. I was and never faltered even once. Isn't this like so adorable? Yeah, very cute. Stop it, you. But you literally asked me to. He's just so... Oh, I just can't even explain it. He's literally my life, my soul, my heart, my spirit. He's my fire. Your one desire. Oh my god. Totally. He's my everything. Couldn't imagine a life without... We get it, Tenor. Shut up, Trist. We've been so absolutely inseparable for so long, and every second of it has been pure bliss. I'm a massive romantic, if you couldn't tell. Oh, really? Yeah, girl. I totally believe in soulmates and true love and love at first sight and love before first sight and all the other ones. Love is just magical. Dude, I love love as well. I don't blame her at all. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Whoops, I accidentally opened YouTube. Love has so much power. Really, Tanya, no jest. You can move on now. I don't know if I even care, Trist. Just because nobody has ever loved your lonely ass. So have you and Griffiths always been going strong like this ever since high school? We have. He's a romantic just like myself. So even through uni, different jobs, living in different countries and time zones, we've been so strong through it all. Even when he lived in Zenoa. Even through moving in together, getting married, having Camilla, we were so strong. There's just the tiniest little thing. And it's just soured my mood for like half a year now. Made me feel so confused and irritated. I don't know how to understand the forces this kind of feeling came about inside me, but it's there, and it's completely changed how I see Grievous. Uh-oh. It's so silly. You just tell her, please. Do remember that I do really love Grievous, and with every last piece of my spirit. I just don't want to change anything I don't want anything to change that, like, even a little, you get me? I think so. It's just, the wedding's been less than a year away now, and I just, even though we've been together for so long, lately I've been feeling different. Grievous just, something has ever so slightly changed in him. And because of that, I'm confused. I don't know why, but I started feeling unsure about everything a few months ago, and I tried to tell myself the wedding jitters are normal, but they just never left. I can't. Why? Oh, Cotinha. I'm so sorry for rushing you. No, babe. I just need one sec. It's hard to put these disparate pieces of Cotinha together. I really did not expect this from her. Seems to empathize with her quite a bit, though. That could be a good direction to take this. What do you think, Tristan? I was gonna say, if you use the second one, she'd probably get pissed off. Like, haven't you experienced this? She'd be like, no! He hasn't anyone love his sorry ass. My thoughts. Yeah, she's not lying. So she come off as just a little bit abrasive. She has a lot of love inside her, it is true. And so it is a cruel working of the stars, as it is for anyone, that her heart is working against her. For a helplessly romantic spirit like 10 years, the cruelty is the sheer justice. And justice shows the utter decadence of the stars. The wicked arbitration in which they weave our fates. Or fate. Singular. Some say love and hate is one and the same. One can only hope for this act of hatred the stars have bestowed upon their love elsewhere. So what are you talking about right now? Yet with her overflowing and enduring love for Grievous, the stars, I think of like Grimace, happy birthday Grimace, should have had a gratitude that now, only now has any trace of hatred manifested in her. So, that is to say, Twilight, I cannot bring myself to do something about it. Believe that Tenya was followed by some illusory feeling she misidentified as love. Believe that her unruly heart had not fully grasped the shape of love yet. Alas, from whence I do not know, but the truth is to me one day the opposite was true. Tenya's heart mapped out each and every edge, vertex and angle of love, forming a blueprint through which he comprehends the layers of nuance. Could you help me see the role of arrogance in your situation? Wedding jitters. Oh, I hate even thinking about it. Not even sure you folk up here, but in the Undercity, weddings look like a bit of a mess. So I always thought without the tiniest bit of doubt that my wedding isn't going to be anything like the ones that I have to run.
What do you mean exactly? How are these weddings a mess?
The people have absolutely no respect for the sanctity of love and matrimony, like none whatsoever. Even someone as desperate as Triss deserves like 90% of the lowlifes. Deserves better than 90% of the lowlifes have to run weddings for. Blazing stars, I need a new job, girl. Maybe this is where I've fallen. Fallen out of love forces. Sometimes you just never know. Some times you really have no idea where these people will go with their errant thoughts. I just think of the answers I'm looking for the most part anyway. Okay. Can you tell me about how this happened? Time skip. Just a little bit at a time. Arrogance is what you're after. I don't understand love either, Twyla. It's all a big mystery. It's exactly it, Tanya. You know, we could always use more poets in the guild. That's nice, Trist. You know what I'm saying, Twyla? The man was so headstrong in our earlier years, a force of his own, taking a big game and delivered too. What do you mean he talked a big game? We were dumb kids back in high school, but still, some things never change. Ever since those days, he's had such a flair to him. Even showed up in my, never did I think he showed up in my wildest dreams. But I bet they weren't lies. Before I knew it, there he was. Oh, look at what a punk! He commanded the stage, put on the most killer performances, sung his hearts out. Oh, just like he said he would when we were kids. Sure, his arrogance was the blazing sun, but still, Grievous shone brighter than most than any star. So he's a musician. Was Twyla, he was, and still is, I suppose. Just not right now, not for a little bit. Interesting. All that spark and flame. Ooh, sorry, chat. All that edge, it was a core part of him. I didn't wither in the slightest, not even as we grew older. His bandmates were also dull and lifeless by comparison, but who could blame them? His voice almost commanded the attention of thousands. Alone, he did that. Carved his own fiery path through the underground indie scene. Just you wait. In a few years, he'll rise to a household name. I think. A couple years back, I had no doubts, really, babe. I'm not saying that just because he's amazing. Superstar supportive wife as well. You can ask anyone. Oh, yes, indeed. It's true, Twyla. The guy Grievous. Every new song of his that came out, I was convinced each of them would become his magnum opus. Because he just kept outdoing himself. Forces, what changed then? Oh, after settling down, she shows off, but I can't. But I can complete the thought. Things are coming together now. I can imagine being a father, a big step for anyone. I wonder, is rockstar life really affected by Camilla? His hand broke up again. It was not all like the other times, no? He had put a lot into this one. They were doing really well. This was the band. Thought he could do both. To a spite of us, I never did find the right band. You would start to, but without fail, you just couldn't manage to say goodbye. He'd come over to the bedroom, look at me and the nursing baby with worry, and just give in. He had to cancel whatever plans he had and snuggle back into bed up with us. He used to have such a clear baby face, but ever since Camilla came along, I see the wrinkles where there were once none, back under his eyes, heavier than ever, and even so often a deep, dark worry in his gaze. He always made time for me, but even so, if anything, I was worried. If anything, I was worried it'd be hard to get a hold of him in the future. Never did I think things would turn out like this. That's all in the past. Oh man, I don't know why I'm so tired today. Sure, it's arrogance that all his spirit could have lost. I am 100% certain. In fact, it cannot be anything but arrogance. Okay. Sure you want to try and restore the arrogance within Grievous. Try to change him. Alright, focus. Focus. I know, Twyla. I so know what you're thinking. Love should be unconditional, eternal, unwavering, incapable. You're thinking that people change all the time. It's normal. You're thinking that because I want to change Grievous, you can see the writing on the wall. That's not meant to change him more in the future. That eventually won't work out between us. committed to Grievous. Don't you worry about it. Okay, babe? Look, Twyla. This isn't as simple as people changing all the time. Oh, God damn it. I know, my darling. It will change. I know his spirit better than anyone. Even better than Grievous himself. It's what's best for us. And that's final. Here, her stare is resolute. Just doesn't question her any further. What do I do? I can't rightly just move past Pokemon like this What? What did I just say? I just said Pokemon. Can't move past this uncertainty. Alright. Can I? I may have to. Forces know she's not going to take it well for Pride anymore. No, I can't keep doing this. My spirit can't handle the stress. His enchantments could backfire in unexpected ways. Stars. That may be what happened to Maribel's husband. I have no way of knowing just yet. I need to try minimizing all this uncertainty, all this risk of chaos and otherwise. Especially with a volatile emotion like arrogance. Misplaced arrogance, even a hint of it. Who knows what kind of grief it could cause? What is the game about? It is about
a young jeweler that has the ability to enchant her jewelry with the power of emotions. Because in this world,
emotions are taboo. If you feel something, whether positive or negative, you cause what they call chaos in this game to bring about natural disasters and other things. So basically, a lot of the people in the area, in the village, I guess, had to practice being stoic or like not really showing emotion. It's really good. It's very thought-provoking, really good game. I highly recommend you check it out. You can scan the QR code up there in the top left. That'll take you directly to the Steam page. Because it is, yeah, it's a very cool visual novel. It's got so much attention to detail. Like, look at the characters blink like that. The car's moving in the background. Twyla's blinking as well. Different multiple outfits and everything. It's great. And it's by an indie Australian company as well. So I highly recommend you check it out. Now I'm angry. I try to keep my calm, while also holding a little anger. You still have so much to lose, Twyla. Don't let these people run you over. Catania, I'm gonna have to ask you more. I simply cannot enchant your piece otherwise. And that's final. I add in my head. Let us hear Twyla out, Tenya. She does not act with malice. Okay, just go ahead. It's just whatever. Flaring whatever. I have to ask. Why not change yourself instead of Grievous? Ooh, what do you mean? Women shouldn't be able to change. It's always the men's fault, right? Right? Isn't that's the narrative? Sorry, that's political. That's so deep. It just won't work, Twilight. I told you, I know a spirit better. Tenya. Grievous needs this, Twilight. He needs that fire back. He belongs on the stage with that glint in his eye. And the flare in his movements as he crosses the stage. He's suffering too, not just me. He's suffering too? Then why? Why should I mention this once? Does he really need this enchantment? If not, isn't it just you? Sorry to bring it up again. It wasn't the problem that you fell out of love with Tenya? Oh no. Forgive me, but it seems that you just want him to be like this. Is that wrong? Oh god, I can't change myself. I've tried. I've tried to change my heart, but it's hopeless. Maybe an enchantment will just be what you need then. Alright, let's enchant it up. Bottom line is you just want to change him, Catania, right? Let's just accept this. You want to change him because you've fallen out of love. If you change yourself, you feel like you would never have that same kind of love you had before, right? Yep, then I'm sorry, but we have the same issue we had before. You said it for me. I really don't mean to pry, Catania, but this is for the true reason behind your enchantment. This cannot be a good sign for your relationship moving forward. It's not like that. Please, trust me on this one, Twyla. This arrogance, the fire of this that simmered. It is different to anything else about him. It might sound strange, but it really is the honest truth. Grievous' arrogance is critical for my love for him. But what? Please, don't ask me why. Gee, she just wants to be able to fix somebody. That's probably what it is. Wish I knew why this blazing heart of mine was so capricious. But such is love, my tenor. Shut up, Trist. There aren't enough stars in the sky to match the number of reasons I love Grievous. I say that completely sincerely, babe. I really, truly do. Don't know what this arrogance... What? Why is arrogance shone brightest for my... I just know it's not shining anymore, but I won't give up on what we had just because of that. Alright, still, I wonder. Why arrogance specifically? Falls, you have a lot of questions, don't you, Twyla? Well, we gotta know as much information as possible. Arrogance could potentially know it's arrogance he needs, Twyla, trust me. So can you explain why? Arrogance, confidence, not the same, girl. A man with arrogance and the ability to propel himself forward with his own arrogance is so unlike a man with just confidence alone. Thing is, his arrogance wasn't really reasonable, you know? It was too much, even if you want to think of it like that. That's just it, Twyla. His dreams were always too big for reality. That's what swept me up in them. Stars know he's surprised with how close he was to living up to them. The loftiest of dreams, and there he was, strolling towards them. We were struggling through uni while he was bustling through his AS's rock scene. He was in magazines, on the radio, traveling around the world, in gigs and tours, everything. The truth is, though, Grievous knew deep down it was just talk, and he really did need to strive to improve. And yet, at the same time, he really did feel capable of all that started. A living paradox that man was. Grievous did the possible with arrogance, and the impossible with confidence, which, if you think about it, is totally arrogant. So do you get me now, girl? I think so. But Grievous was reckless and headstrong, all in the right ways, and no other emotion but arrogance will bring him back. It's very unexpectedly sweet. Alright, let's move on. How would this work? He doesn't know. Suddenly, I feel it's all start to all fall apart. May I ask, Cortenia? Have you not Grievous about any of this? Of course not, Twyla. You're not planning to tell him afterwards, are you? How could I, babe? How could I possibly tell him? But it's our wedding band. He'd be wearing this for life, no? I would hope so. It's just all so messy, convoluted. A disaster waiting to happen. Can't keep myself from stressing, despite myself and despite her reasoning. The wind howls, but I don't care. I can't ignore this. You want to change Gravius for life? Or Grievous, sorry. Without his knowledge, so he closely resembles his previous self. But he has been changed for life already, Twyla. The stars have orchestrated his change, without his say, without his knowledge. So what if I undo that change? Sure, he doesn't know. That's really sort of... Well, it's just messed up. I know. How under the forces could I not know how messed up this all is, Twyla? But it's more messed up for me to tell him how I really feel about him. For the only woman he's ever loved to tell the only man she's ever loved. That right after struggling through having a baby, right before getting married, she no longer feels the same way about him. How could I do that? How? It was cracks again. Damn. Now they're actually being like brother and sister, even if the worst was just a small drop in an otherwise blissful ocean. It was Grievous who pulled me out of this misery that she was drowning in. Yeah, big time. Arrogance was the fire that set my heart alight and fueled my struggling spirit. I thought it would set struggling plight. I'm like, this is like Breath of the Wild. Cortenia, what can I even say? You can do it, right, babe? I don't know I'm a perfect person, but is anyone really? Twyla, you'll help me, won't you? Oh, it's time. Chat. Is it time to enchant? I don't know, Cortenia. Could you tell me a bit about why? Some background upon myself. Main trade chef to pay me. I'm merely explaining my circumstances. Many. Go ahead. I'm plaguing you, Tristan. It's been quite some time since how should I say it? Since I felt the companionship of one for so long in their youth. I see. Despite my repeated attempts to address this concern of mine, I've unfortunately come empty-handed. Wow. That's too bad. So how does arrogance play into this? In fuck. Answer that question is a tragic truth I've come to accept. It's not blessed with the most pleasant of looks. It's not something I'm happy to admit, Twyla, but c'est comme ça. I don't think that's a good way to view yourself, Tristan. That might sound that way to you, but we'll always see ourselves differently to how others see us. Yeah, which sucks. I think I look pretty good, which means I probably look like garbage to other people. I've heard such sympathizing many a time, but I'm afraid my experiences courting women have told me otherwise. Get over yourself, Trist. How could you be looking that bad? You're my twin, after all. That was an attempt to make me feel better, dear sister, then you have sorely failed. Sometimes people are just plain horrible, and sometimes that's been the case for you, Tristan. Really, you're not going to benefit from seeing yourself like this. You look fine. Alas, that was true, Twyla. Would yourself go on a date with... what? Bro, get out. I don't date customers. I already have someone. Ooh. That someone is the Twilight Jeweler. I'm too in love with the grind, baby. Forces I'm lonely. Bro, stop lying to yourself. You know you love Lao. Both. I no doubt. I would not doubt that to be the case. A fine young girl such as yourself. I hold back a shiver. Thanks. It's just that plenty have told me such a thing to simply avoid any and all interaction with me. No, I doubt you would deign to be so dishonest with me, would you, Twyla? Find myself speechless at the wrong moment. Should have doubled down immediately. Sometimes I wonder how strong moral composition would quickly disregard those of my ilk. It is a sin to be ugly these days, is it not? Tristan, that's not what I... Look, I'm not just about looking for a relationship right now. I didn't want to go into why, okay? Sorry for being dishonest, but that's really it. Playing stars, Tris, you can be more of a loser if you tried, could you? Apologies, Twyla. I've grown cynical over the years. Despite myself, truly, it's unbecoming of a poet to be so narrow-minded. Where to start? First off, I may have gotten off the wrong foot. The truth is, the impression of others and others have been marred by the Zayesan zygosts. It's rare to meet one who does not solely concern themselves with the material down there. Wow. Imagine going down there with, like, such riches. And my heart in a vice grip for many long years. And I feel that will not last long if I do not do something to shake off its grasp. Wow. Please understand, I know. Neria's soul is willing to learn of the person behind the face that is flaring undercity we call home. Woman, man, or otherwise. I look back to contender. It's true, babe. Like I said, Zayesan weddings are a joke. No matter the bride or groom, flaring cases most of the time. It's hard to find someone genuine at all. Forces, is it really true? I fear it is, Twyla. Zayesan is the very concept of love, of a marrying purely into pursuit of wealth or power. Wow. In a group writing session, I met a girl. Beyond the star, dreamer, lover, and student of life. Couldn't believe my luck when she agreed to dinner and outing with me. Oh, wow. All my luck was swayed, Twyla. But the pain and suffering had led me here. To the momentous meeting that would make it worthwhile. Spent on a single effort in preparation for this date, picking out the right restaurant and outfit. All come looking all spiffy, hair slicked back as well. She never came. Oh, he got stood up, or he got ghosted. Wow. At least she had said yes. She laughed at my jokes. I got a chance to talk to her, writing no less. But the earth, that's horrible. I don't know what to say. It happens, Trist. You only need one to work out once. But then the 100 other attempts won't matter at all. Yes, however, it took me years just to find this one chance to prove fruitless. At this rate, if we simply look at the situation objectively, it's not like it's going to be able to find my one. I do not deign to take a statistical approach to romance, yet, practically speaking, I will be on this earth for so many years. And I will be young and fertile for far further. Shudder, this is so depressing. Suddenly all those strange comments don't seem so bad after all. Okay, we get it. My face is wrinkling just listening to you whine, bro. The arrogance comes in. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but you could totally try harder first. Excuse you more? Do go on. You are more than welcome to amuse me, dear sister. You need to go out more, to bars, clubs, the more happening places, you know. I do occasionally when I can manage. Yeah, right. Sure you do. I do not know what you're insinuating, Tenor. I truly do on occasion. Show him at the bar. Oh, what is he doing? You sit there writing, do you? Oh my god. That was just one time. Still, oh no, bro. Look at that first girl. She's like Sai Nijima. I love her. On the flaring earth, were you writing? Pickup lines? I had a deadline, so anyone want to fill me in? Ah, yes. One tennis took me to a club. I agreed on a whim, thinking it would at least be a good change of environment to continue my writing. Little did I know she brought her friends along in the hopes that she'd find me a date. So you ignored them? Well, not exactly. I tried to make what conversation I could. I had to hype you up so much, Tris, you don't even know. You know how hard it is to hype someone up as insufferable as you? God damn, this woman is ruthless. Alright, this thing is irrelevant. Oh, putting your pencils away. That's pathetic, Tris, but forget clubs. Why not go to the gym and fix up your hair or get rid of that disgusting moustache Yes, then you raise a good point. Why not just wear a costume and mask and pretend to be somebody completely different as well? I'm sick of all this charading. My pursuits mean nothing if my partner does not in fact care for the real me. I don't think that of anyone, you would know this intimately, Tenor. You wanna die? Sick of character charading, huh? I'll kill you. I'll fucking strangle your scrawny... What about this enchantment thing then? Is that not a charade, Tristan? Is this not you trying to change yourself? Uh-oh. And I simply cannot bear the suffering any longer. I must do something now. Oh, ho, 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 ho. You're so desperate, Trist. It's embarrassing. Oh, please. What of it? I'll admit without shame, I am desperate, but I am human. I cannot stop loneliness from taking its toll on me. I've been an utter mess of a person for longer than I'd care to calculate. I crave the touch of another, the companionship, the conversation. I'm desperate for it all. Forget embarrassment. I'm way beyond embarrassment. For a man to come to terms with the truth of their fragility must discard such feelings. What am I to do? Shall I hope beyond that the stars will shine for me one day, despite their clear enjoyment in doing the exact opposite my entire life? God damn, he needs that arrogance. I understand, but I can't manage to find the words. But one of his wide eyes look and appear in my ears. Eyes? What? Little sis wouldn't change a thing for the world. Then again, not everyone is like it. The examined life is not for everyone, I guess. But can I really in good faith support this? It feels like accepting defeat. And besides, I'm just setting Tristan up to later go through what Contenia is dealing with right now. But I'm still not sure. Arrogance is just a volatile emotion.
Oh.
Twilight, babe, you know me by now. I know I understand love more, better than most. You have to trust me. Know what's best for me and Grievous here. Please, Twilight, we really can't avoid this. So perhaps arrogance will bring Grievous back closer to how he was before. Whoops. Arrogance is what they truly desire. Again, I suggest we enchant confidence instead of arrogance. If you absolutely must, Twilight, I will accept it. At the very least, prefer it over nothing. I suspect... No. No, you idiot. You shouldn't be the one making decisions for me here. Quoi? No, it's not confidence. If you want confidence, you do this on your own. I brought you here under my terms. You brought me here? If I'm not mistaken, it is I who suggested an enchantment shop will help us. Whatever, I came up with the idea. Guys, can we stay on topic, please? Who are they, flaring mum? Wow, these are kids, alright. Does he believe that, or does he just cave into his sister's demands? I'm so lost. I can't stop thinking about what Tenor said. Arrogance is critical to her love. She seems helpless admitting it, ashamed and confused too. Suppose I can't judge her at the end of the day. That's the conclusion she's come to, then for some reason, she needs to be part of this Grievous. Grievous is growing up too, becoming a father. May mean having to compromise here and there on Rockstar Dreams. Either way, how much can I really make this decision on behalf of them? I should get to choose. It's their decision at the end of the day, no? I don't know most of these enchantments. I still don't really know much. I guess I'm I'm still the expert here. It's a small thing, this enchantment, but if Container or Krivas or Tristam are led down the wrong path from the arrogance, we just can't let that happen. Just accept that to happen suddenly. I feel the urge to break down and cry. Why? Why me? What's the point of just one struggle after the next? Oh my god. All your blazing fault. Why do you have to come off in such a desperate whiny creep? I beseech you to trust our judgment, Twyla. I accept your decision no matter the outcome. Please take your time. Well, there's no use in delaying this any further. I'm everything but sure of myself, but still, I had to make a decision. Sure, I'll agree to do it. Bad ending. Uh-oh. Okay, I've decided I'll do it. It's supposed to draw the emotion. We can discuss seriously, Tris. You should sort yourself out before trying to fix your problems. God damn. Thinking sorry for yourself is an attractive feature. Like, forget arrogance. Just start being less of a loser. Tanner, you have a habit of thinking you know better. Such thinking is common amongst those who know little to nothing about reality. Oh, excuse me. You used to live with Dad and you're telling me I know nothing. I know far more than you. I have a real job. Oh. I've struggled through several different phases of my life. Oh, you have been stuck. I don't have the patience anymore for this, but I also don't have the energy to stop it. Wishful thinking. Just get rid of it, man. Just get it over with. Focus. I think you deserve respect because you're too immature to have any kind of idea what I deal with. I had to raise a child without mum ever being around to help. Finally, I latched onto the chaos radiating from Cotenia and snapped into her spirit. There it is, blazing away as fiery as ever. Arrogance. Alright, let's do it! Arrogance. This would be... anger, probably? Yeah. Here's my arrogance. Alright, brilliant. Now for the memory game. Alright, let's do it. Nice. Done. Now let's do it again for the other guy. Like, you know, literally the whole existence is an embarrassment. Oh my god, shut up! What's this arrogance I can feel coming from her? It's just arrogance again. Fiery arrogance. And the pattern this time is... it's like a little zigzag. Nice. Try to help Tristan and Cortenia. An acquired arrogance. Achievement gets. Beautiful. Brilliant. Finally, let the last of that prickly fire flow out of my spirit. Twyla, I've enchanted your pieces with arrogance. You have? C'est impossible. Yes, I took it from your spirit, Cortenia. My spirit? Yeah. You're supposed to was arrogance? I noticed when the two of you were arguing earlier. It was quite strong in your spirit at the heated moment, so I thought I wouldn't waste this opportunity. Can't believe I know I was proud, but you can see it for yourself. I them both a whole piece of jewelry, and sure enough, they can feel the touch of arrogance imbued within. It's so true. This is, She trails off deep in thought, at least from what I can tell. Then are you okay? Well, thank you very much for your enchantment, Twyla. I'm rating at your proficiency, no doubt. I'll be giving this establishment a raving review to anyone who inquires. Thanks, Tristan. We'll be parting then. Au revoir. Whatever it was that just happened, I don't have the energy to process it. Without a second thought, I stumble back and lie down. Ah, beautiful. The clock hits 5. It's time to close and head to sleep. Ah, what a night. I wonder what you think about all of this. The moment you left and I tried to do anything on my own, I realized just how messy it all was. You always made it seem effortless, like you simply did your part without any other concerns. But I know that's not true anymore. Funny, it was almost like a warning, wasn't it? That vision. I already feel the concern eating away at me, like my phone will start buzzing at any moment, like an angry message from one of the twins. Even that much they pleaded to me to trust them. I pictured Grievous, confused with feelings. Thought he left it in the past. Is he like a Bulbin or something? That's crazy. Tristan foolishly trying to be someone he isn't. My mind going one step away from embracing the stress and panic. But I know... What? I know that I just have to look it in the eyes and walk away. Walk away. Suddenly I registered the ringing of the bell. Slowly I get up and walk to the front, praying quietly to the forces. Who is that? Oh. Chat. This is interesting. It's very, very interesting. This is last sister, it's you. But I think we might call it there. I'm feeling a little tired, if you couldn't tell. I don't know why. It just sort of like washed over me like a wave. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for coming out. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. Once again, check out the QR code on the left here. Please scan it. Have a look at it on Steam. The game It's relatively cheap for like hours of visual novel goodness. So big ups to the developers once again, Cactus Jam Games, Australian indie developers. Love to see it. Check out the game. And if you enjoy some of my content, be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications and all that jazz. And feel free to check out all the stuff in the description, whether that be my Twitter or the Discord. Come on around. Come say hi to me. I'm always chilling, always hanging out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys this weekend probably for more Ehoy. As we see, we started with Edgy Lao, and now we have Edgy Lao's sister. So that'll be a great place to start the next episode on. But with that being said, hey, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for coming out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.